Detroit just told the entire league something wild. Their 22-year-old efficiency king is not going anywhere. So if the All-Star center is staying, what is the actual master plan to win the East? Stick around, because the answer is not who you think. Here is what we will cover today. First, why Detroit is refusing to move their center. Then, the real hole on this roster. Finally, the exact archetype they need next to Cade Cunningham, and my read on the single best target to make it all work. This is Game is Culture. Before we dive in, hit subscribe so you never miss a breakdown. First, let us start with the news that changed everything for the Pistons this offseason. According to the report from Chris Haynes, the Pistons are conveying that Jalen Duren will not be moved. Instead, they are solely focused on coming to terms to keep their all-star center long-term. So Detroit is building around him, not trading him away. That single decision reshapes their entire offseason and every move they make next. The way the report frames it, this is not a maybe. Detroit has drawn a line. Their center is part of the foundation, and the front office is shifting all of its energy toward locking him in. Now, why would they refuse to even listen on a young center? Let us look at the production. Start with the line. Duren is putting up 19.5 points and 10.5 rebounds a night, plus 2 assists out of the post. Those are real numbers for a true center. And remember, he is still only 22 years old, which makes this even more rare. Centers this productive, this young, almost never hit the open market. But here is the jaw dropper. Duren posted a 68.8 true shooting percentage. That number led the entire NBA. Nobody, no guard, no wing, no big scored more efficiently than him this season. When a player is this productive on this little wasted possession, you simply do not let him walk out the door for spare parts. So how does he get that efficiency? Look at where his shots come from. Almost everything lives at the rim. He took 0 3-point attempts all year, none. He is a pure rim runner, finishing lobs and putbacks, not stretching the floor. That detail matters a lot, and we will come back to it when we talk about spacing. And the team results back the bet. Detroit went 60 wins and 22 losses, grabbing the #1 seed in the East. Their defense ranked second in the league. With a young, efficient center anchoring that, you keep building, not breaking. Of course, none of this works without the engine, so let us talk about the core piece. Cade Cunningham is the lead guard and the heartbeat. He is averaging 23.9 points, 9.9 assists, and 5.5 rebounds a game. That is a genuine all-star load. He creates the offense, he controls the tempo, and the whole machine runs through his hands every single night. Now picture the two-man game. Cade attacks downhill as the lead guard, and Duren rolls hard as the lob and rim threat. That pairing is the foundation of everything Detroit does. A creator and a finisher who feast off each other on the pick and roll. It is young, it is cheap, and it is only getting better. But here is where the picture gets uncomfortable. There is a real problem with this roster. Look at the scoring after the top two. Cade sits at 23.9, Duren at 19.5. Then it falls off a cliff. Tobias Harris is the next scorer at just 13.3 and Duncan Robinson at 12.2. That is a massive drop from your number 2 to your number 3 option. See the gap there? After Cade and Duren, there is no third 15-point scorer. Worse, there is no secondary on-ball creator who can also space the floor. The team 3-point percentage was 35.6, ranked just 17th in the league. Let me put that shooting number in context. A 35.6 team 3-point clip is below the league middle. They win on defense, but the offense and the spacing lag badly. That is the exact gap they have to fix. So if that is the hole, let us define exactly what type of player fills it.
Here is the archetype. They need on-ball creation, pull-up scoring, catch and shoot range, some secondary playmaking, and the ability to fit cleanly off a star. In other words, a guard who can score off the dribble and still space the floor when Cade has the ball. That blend is exactly what is missing right now. Honestly, the template here is obvious. Detroit wanted the Austin Reeves type. The problem is, the Lakers kept him, so Detroit cannot have Reeves himself. Instead, they must go find his archetype somewhere else on the market. This is the template just for reference. Reeves put up 23.3 points, 5.5 assists, and shot 36% from deep for the Lakers. A secondary creator who scores off the dribble and spaces. That is the mold Detroit is chasing. So assume Duren stays and they add one piece. Who actually fits? Here are my illustrative targets. Spacing is the whole point, so start with the shooting numbers. Colin Sexton hit 40.1% from 3, Malik Monk 39.5, Anthony Simons 38.5, Kobe White 36.2. Every one of them would lift that 17th ranked offense, and crucially, each is on a team where a deal is believable. Take Kobe White of the Charlotte Hornets. He gives you 17.4 points, 4 assists, and 36% from deep. To my eye, he has the best raw blend of secondary scoring and playmaking on this whole list, and he has already been moved once this cycle, so the path is there. Then there is Anthony Simons of the Chicago Bulls. He is a pure off-the-dribble shooting guard, 14.3 points on 38.5% from 3. Malik Monk of the Sacramento Kings adds 12.5 points and roughly 40% shooting as a bench spark, attainable from a rebuilding 22-60 Kings team. Now, to be fair, I checked the rosters carefully. Some obvious names are simply not realistic. Devin Vassell is on a 62-win Spurs contender. Tyler Hero stayed in Miami. Cameron Johnson is on a Nuggets contender and quickly anchors Toronto, locked up. But there is one name that fits cleaner than all of them. This is my best target. Colin Sexton of the Chicago Bulls. He is averaging 15.4 points, 3.3 assists, and shooting 40.1% from 3. An off-the-dribble creator who still shoots 40%. That exact spacing next to a non-shooting Duren is the medicine Detroit needs. And on a 31-51 Bulls team already moved once, a deal is genuinely believable. Match Detroit's need against what Sexton provides. They need secondary creation, he creates off the dribble. They need spacing, he shoots 40%. They need a believable deal. He is on a 31-51 Bulls team already traded once. It lines up. So here's my fit grade, my read only. Sexton lands in the strong range. He is not a perfect all-star running mate, but he solves the two biggest problems at once, off-dribble scoring and shooting. For Detroit's specific hole, that is a strong fit. So let us put it all together. Here is the master plan, my projection. My projected starting 5 works like this. Cade and Sexton form the backcourt creation. Robinson and Harris provide the spacing on the wings. Asar Thompson handles the defense, and Duren rolls to the rim as the finisher. The math finally balances. And here is the spacing math behind that lineup, my projection. Add Sexton and suddenly 4 of the 5 starters can shoot it, with only Duren parked at the rim. That flips the floor from cramped to open and finally lets Cade and Duren breathe on the roll. Now, here is where it could go wrong. A new Duren extension eats into cap and flexibility down the line. A non-shooting Duren next to a non-shooting Asar still strains the spacing, even with one shooter added. And the real question hangs over all of it. Do they even have the assets to land a player like this? So that is my read on the master plan. Keep the efficiency king, add a 40% off-dribble shooter like Sexton, and let the defense carry them. Does it win the East, or do they need a bigger swing? Tell me below. We are so close to 1,000 subs, so subscribe to stay up to date.